Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with the finale of the OMA World Touring Car Championship, and a bit of an apologies as to why there was no footage last week. In all honesty, I don't really know. I thought I'd click record on my Elgato, I got to the end and I had a 16-second recording. So I don't know if it bugged out, I don't know if I did something wrong or anything like that, but yeah, unfortunately no footage coming from Nürburgring last week out. It was a fairly okay week, you know, there wasn't too much to remember from it. You know, I think we had a fairly mixed sort of race 1. I think we managed to win race 2, and then race 3, unfortunately, we get caught out in a bit of a pile-up. So yeah, unfortunately, it was an interesting week. We did further extend our advantage over Luca, though, as we head into the final race of the championship. Currently in the standings, it is now just a two-way fight between myself and Luca. We have got a 90-point lead over him as we head into the final week here at Brands Hatch. Only 100 points up for grabs. So for us, we just need to get 11th place, even I should say. I'm thinking of the F1 point system. Yeah, all we need is 11th place in the final week of this series. Yeah, we'll wait and see as to obviously if we can get that. And obviously that means Luca still has to win all 3 races and get pole and all 3 fastest laps as well. So yeah, certainly I think it's going to be a tall order, but, you know, we need to keep it sensible. We need to just get the job done and try and finish the season on a high as well. As we head through the final corner, though, on my final qualifying lap here at Brands Hatch. It is a wet-to-dry qualifying, so we were actually quite lucky. We were one of the last people to go for our run, and we do slot up into P3 on provisional there. You can see just 3/10 off Ash, 3/100 off AMR Blackout there just in front of us. So that was quite a good little qualifying session for ourselves there, and as you can see, we do end up finishing that session in P3 there, so really, really happy with that. One of our best qualifying positions, actually, of the championship there. And as we get ready on the grid for the first race of the night, though, hopefully we can get a nice, clean getaway for this one here tonight. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, we can get a nice, clean start for this race tonight here. Ready, though, on the grid, and it's lights out, and away we don't go. May have been looking at the current lap rather than the race timer there. I know it's one of the noobiest Forza mistakes a human can make. But yeah, we dropped from P3 all the way down to P10 before we've even made it to turn 1 there. A little good contact between Phased Intro, and I think that was Connor in the BMWs just in front of us there. So we moved straight back up into P8 of the race there. And yeah, it was lucky we were only about 1.3 seconds delayed off the start there, and as we head down the hill, we're already trying to make a bit of a recovery here, potentially lining up a move on Zesty Afro as we head down this next little straightaway. Are we going to be able to have a look up the inside there? Yes, he does give us the room, and we're able to slip onto the inside of him, and then we're back up into P7 of the race there. But yeah, that was certainly an interesting start, though. Not quite the start we would have wanted, as now you can see Zesty Afro without the ballast starting to come back at us there. All the Chevys, I've no idea what they've been able to find this series, but yeah, really have made a lot of progress in the second half of this championship there. As you can see, Zesty Afro on the inside just dinks a wheel over the curb. That's going to set him a little bit loose to be able to get the run around the outside of the corner there. And yeah, we now slot ourselves back up safely into P7 of the race there. So after all of that, only 4 places lost on the opening lap. And I mean, considering sometimes how bad this Audi launch is anyway, that's, you know, sometimes could be fairly standard in this championship. But yeah, it wouldn't take long though before we were trying to apply the pressure once again to Luca in this race. So you can see CK just in front of them, the 3 people with ballast as we headed into the finale of the championship here. All right together once again there, and we are actually going to be able to get quite a good run out of the corner there, down the inside in towards the next couple of turns here. I think, I don't know Brands Hatch corner names, so I think this might be Dingle there, there might have been the other little up and down, but I'm not 100% sure in all honesty there. But you can see Luca really trying to squeeze the door, slam it shut as we head down in through the penultimate corner there, trying to get the power down nice and early on the exit of this corner there. And you can see Luca still struggling a little bit with the drive, like we saw at Le Mans Bugatti a couple of weeks ago there. As down in towards the final corner there, round the outside perhaps, certainly going to be an ambitious one to say the least there. And yeah, Luca slams the door shut on that one as well there. As we head down the start-finish straight there, you can see he's pulling away a little bit, pretty even top end between the 2 cars there. He's breaking down in towards turn 1 there, because he's trying to get nice and tidily towards the apex there, get the run, open up the corner as best as possible there. And as we head up the hill, you can see we're going to go full send up the inside of Luca there and try to slam the door shut. No, we give him the room on the exit of the corner there. Side by side down the hill in towards turn 3 there. We're going to try and go for the slow in, fast out approach this time around. Have we been able to make it work? I think we have this time around there. And yeah, we now slot ourselves back up into the inside there. Should hopefully be P6 there. We've got to make sure we park it on the apex, don't allow the switchback move. And yeah, we're now back up into P6 of the race there. So making good steady progress at the moment there, but obviously you can see CK has been able to build up a little bit of a margin from that one, and he'd actually be trying to get past Connor as we head down in towards turn 1 here. Who is going to be able to come out on top of this one there? CK late on the brakes there. He's actually going to get quite loose on the inside of the corner there, and he thinks about trying to go defensive. We move to the inside though, just about a car's width on the inside there, and yeah, we now try to move ourselves up into P5 of this race there. A little bit of contact from Luca behind us as well, as Robin is racing as we head down the hill. And are we going to be able to do what we did to Luca just a couple of laps ago there? I don't think we've quite got the run this time round on CK, but we're definitely still gaining there as we head down in towards the next corner there. We're actually going to try and muscle our way to the inside. A little bit of contact between the pair of us there as we try to get the car straightened back up though, and now we've actually got a bit of a better run as we head down the back straightaway though. CK has still got the inside line. Are we able to slot the car fully in front? I don't think we're going to be able to. CK is always going to keep the nose in those sorts of situations there. Clips the curb, runs ever so slightly towards me there, and yeah, we get around the outside and up into P5 of the race there. So yeah, still making good progress at the moment, and next up on the old hit list would be Connor here. So still, you know, a couple of 100 feet up the road, we definitely need to try and, you know, continue pushing on, try and build up a little bit of consistency. Brands Hatch tends to be a bit of a bogey track for me, I'll be honest with you. At the end of the day, it's really a track that I've never quite found a rhythm on, Forza. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the way a lot of the corners, you know, it's mainly sort of turning and braking at the same point, and whether that's a bit more difficult on the pad or what. But yeah, for me, Brands Hatch has never really been a track that I've enjoyed on many games. But yeah, our Forza's version, I definitely have struggled with on Motorsport 7. It's definitely one of my bogey tracks on this game there. And you can see, as we head on to lap 10 though, Connor, and I think, I'm not actually too sure who it was with him, I think it might be Spoons, yeah, up in P3 at the moment. You know, we just weren't really able to close up to these guys as much as I would have liked. You know, we'd have one lap where we closed up a bit, but obviously with the ballast we were really struggling to try and, you know, maintain sort of consistent pace to close up to those guys. And as we head out on to the final lap though of the race, you can see Ash, and I'm not too sure, I'm going to guess it's Morgan, up in P2. Have obviously just romped away in the first race, like they've tended to this season. You know, without the ballast, it really has obviously given them a clear-cut advantage in the opening race of the nights there. But as we head down the hill in towards the final sector of the lap for one final time here tonight, you can see it is going to be, I'm pretty certain, Ash taking home the race victory there. Morgan in second. It looks like Spoons is going to be able to come through in P3 as well there as we head down through the penultimate corner here. CK actually being able to make quite big gains on us as well in these later couple of laps here as we head down in towards the final braking zone of the race though. Out of the final corner, it is going to be the OMA World Touring Car Championship Season 16 title in the bag there, with 5th place in that race. Obviously, I mean, yeah, really good championship overall there, and happy. You know, unfortunately we couldn't finish it quite, you know, quite like with a win or something like that, but ultimately with the ballast there was no chance we could really do that. But yeah, it was Ash ahead of Blackout, Spoons, Connor, myself, CK, Luca, Brandy, Zesty Afro, and Phased Intro rounds out the top 10 there. But yeah, that is league title number 15 on the board. Obviously, LCR Formula 4 a couple of weeks back. The main big one at the moment that obviously now I'm going to be focusing on is still AOR Season 18 F3 there. But yeah, really happy that we managed to get the title wrapped up. Quite a weird season though. Normally I have sort of a few dodgy rounds here and there, but with it being such a long championship, actually been really happy with sort of the consistency that we've maintained throughout. I'd say Suzuka was probably our one dodgy round, or Prague, where we had, you know, a couple of poor results. But yeah, there we are though. OMA World Touring Car Championship Season 16 in the bag, but we've still got 2 more races to go here tonight. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you guys back here for race 2.